Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium Singles video here on iStarly TV. This is another preview, I guess you could call it, for the upcoming Regulation G format, which makes its debut in over a week, or about a week. I don't know the exact day of the week that it'll be, but next week, starting on May 1st, will be this new format with one restricted legendary Pokemon per team. And so today I have a team featuring Ho-Oh, and I've settled on Choice Banded Ho-Oh. I'm going to get through the team here. I'll put timestamps below for, you know, the team intro as well as the battles that I do, but I'm going to try to keep this one concise. So we've got Ho-Oh here. Ho-Oh's a really good Pokemon. It's got Regenerator. It hits really hard. It has a high attack stat. It also learns some really strong moves, and it also has a really high special defense stat, which is pretty good in this meta, given that many people expect Calyrex Shadow to be one of the best Pokemon, if not possibly the best Pokemon. And so I've calced it, and Ho-Oh actually does a pretty good job of surviving Calyrex's moves, and then of course we can do massive damage to Calyrex in return. I went Terra Ground for a few reasons. First of all, it boosts the damage of Earthquake. Second of all, it changes my rock type weakness into a resistance. It's also decent. It complements Fire and Flying decently defensively. And finally, it means that I cannot be paralyzed for what it's worth. Not that that'll be super common, but it's something. Next, we have Ting-Lu. This is my pretty traditional, my standard Ting-Lu set that I always run in singles. It just seemed like it would be really good here. I guess the difference is I'm running Throat Chop instead of Ruination, just for extra damage. Of course, that is a move that can absolutely destroy Calyrex because it's 4 times weak to Dark. Then I have my Whimsicott set that I've been using a lot. And honestly, I probably could switch Encore for Memento here. I think I like that, actually. But aside from that, you know, it's pretty standard like I've been using. Oh, this should be Terra Steel, actually. But otherwise, everything is kind of the same as it's been. Then we have my Espeon set right here, which is... This is the set that I've run in the past, and once again, I felt like it would be pretty good against Calyrex, but also... it is good against just slow Pokemon. Landorus, I thought, would also be another Pokemon that's really common, and I can just bounce back those Stealth Rock. Basically, anything that's going to try to set up Stealth Rock, I can just bounce it back. And as far as the EVs here, I changed my EVs a little bit so that I can outspeed Calyrex, which is also super fast. But I do also outspeed, you know, Pokemon like Flutter Mane, the usual suspects. And Terra Normal is there just to kind of, you know, obviously take ghost hits, and then Trick is nice to give them the Choice Scarf. Then I have my Suicune. This is a bulky Calm Mind Suicune. It's interesting because, you know, it's the moves that it has I think are pretty interesting. Protect, Calm Mind, Scald, and Roar. Roar has actually come in super clutch against some Pokemon that try to set up. Like, I actually had a Lunala the other day that was trying to set up, and I was roaring it out, preventing it from keeping those boosts. Duskmane Necrozma is another one that tries to set up a lot, and there's also like maybe Zacian, which can be pretty scary sometimes, and just Water is just a really solid typing overall, so I thought this one was really nice to have as well. Finally, we've got Roaring Moon. I just wanted another Pokemon that could hit really hard. I went Adamant just to further boost my attack stat with that booster energy, because I do also have Dragon Dance, so in certain situations I can just set up a Dragon Dance. And that makes up for the speed that I don't have from going for a jolly nature. But otherwise, the moves are pretty traditional. You know, nothing super surprising here with Roaring Moon. And that is the team. My Ho-Oh team. I've tested it a little bit, and it's been pretty solid. So let's see if we can have some really good games with it, and let's get to those games. Here is our first game of the day, and my opponent's team, they have Rayquaza, which is really interesting. Rayquaza. I'm gonna say Rayquaza. They also have Hippowdon and Ninetales, which are scary, and then Garganacl's pretty annoying. I think I like Roaring Moon here, although they have a couple of strong ice types, which are definitely really scary. I do think Suicune actually looks very good because it resists a lot of their moves, and if their Rayquaza is physical, then Suicune can really help against that as well. Do I like Whimsicott? I think Ting-Lu looks like an obvious lead for me, so I don't know if I'm going to bring it. Is Espeon good? Espeon could be good with the Trick, so I think I like Espeon and Suicune. And then finally, the question is, do I want to bring Ho-Oh? And honestly, I'm not sure I do. This is actually pretty interesting. Well, first I need to decide who I'm going to lead with. I think I'm going to try Espeon here. This could be a disaster, but something I've noticed is when I am playing with this Ho-Oh team, sometimes I actually don't even bring Ho. I think a lot of the times with these restricted legendary metas, it kind of feels like you need to be bringing your restricted legend to every single game, and most often you do because, I mean, it's extremely powerful. But sometimes, at least depending on the team, I have had success even when I don't bring it sometimes. So this does look like a game where Ho-Oh might struggle a lot. They just have so much that's good against Ho-Oh, and I think the reason I'm thinking of it that way is because they just have so many things that can tank hits from it really nicely, and then probably knock it out or just get some residual damage on it, which I just don't like. Earthquake, I guess, is really solid here. Like, if I can just fire off an Earthquake, they don't have a good switch in except for Rayquaza. But I am Choice Banded, so if they switch in Rayquaza, like, you know, I can't use another move. Actually, looks like my opponent actually left, so we get a win on the first one. But I'm honestly going to leave this in for now because, I don't know, it shows my thought process with the team. Maybe my opponent will reconnect so we can actually play a game, but if not, I'll go to the next one. But like I said, I'll just leave this in because I did some talking and it kind of shows my thought process, like I said, you know, with Ho-Oh. And I think that's an interesting insight, once again, where maybe sometimes you don't always bring the legend to the games. All right, we finally have an actual game here. They have Zacian, which is pretty scary. Hopefully we can get an edge here. Once again, I actually like Suicune, although their water type or they do have Ogerpon Water, which, first of all, it has Water Absorb, which means it will always absorb Suicune's damage, and it also is a Grass type, which means it can do a lot of damage to Suicune. So we need to, if we're going to bring Suicune here, we need to be really careful with setting up with it because they could have Ogerpon. I do think I like Ho-Oh in this game, though. Not sure I want to lead with it. And then there's Roaring Moon. The problem is, I kind of feel like they're going to lead with Hippowdon. I might need to lead with Espeon, which I really don't like. I don't know. Actually, Espeon's not great here, so I don't like leading with Roaring Moon either, but I think I'm going to have to. We'll see how this goes. They're probably leading Hippo, which they do. That's pretty annoying. This is the second game in a row where I've seen where I've seen a Hippowdon on the enemy team. Knock off their Citrus Berry, that's something. They just yawn, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's go into Ho-Oh here. They set up Stealth Rock now, and then Brave Bird. Does Brave Bird even kill? I think Brave Bird kills. Actually, I'm not even sure. They're probably gonna yawn. Sacred Fire, see what happens. We get a crit, I'll take it. Sacred Fire is also a good move to go for there because whatever they go into, we can just go for it again and potentially burn them. Although Ogerpon is not what we want to see. I think it's pretty likely that Zacian is their last Pokemon. In which case, it's actually tough. They're gonna go Cudgel here. I'm just gonna Sacred Fire. We'll see what happens. They Terra. Oh, they Swords Dance. They predicted my switch. Burn? Ah, oh, no burn. Now they're gonna obliterate me with Ivy Cudgel. And they're gonna be faster than Roaring Moon unless they're like adamant. But there's nothing else I can do. Huh. Yeah, I cannot Terrasilize here. That's not going to help me. I guess my only hope here is they're not going to go for a water move. They're not going to go for a grass move. So they're probably going to go like Play Rough. So we might be able to survive that. Oh, we're just faster. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. But Zacian is absolutely terrifying. Let's just go Earthquake here. Yeah, that's how strong Zacian is. See, Zacian is still really good. Let's Protect. They could Swords Dance. If they Swords Dance, it's basically GG. I'm protecting here just to get a little bit of recovery, and then I can Scald and potentially... Oh, wow. Yeah. It's probably over now, but if I burn them, maybe there's a chance, but I doubt it. Let me be the first to say I doubt it. All right, we break their sub. We're at full health now. Sacred Sword. Okay, I'll take that. If we can burn them... Oh, we burned them. Nice. I think I just spam Scald now, and we might be able to win. Yeah. Yeah, I think I Scald. Yes, that clutch burn. Awesome. That was a good game, if I do say so myself. That was a good one. My opponent got mad. Lucker. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I'm a lucker. We have another game here. My opponent has Koraidon, which is actually pretty scary. I think Ho-Oh's okay against Koraidon because I'm a flying type, but they also have strong moves of their own. I really just don't like Stealth Rock, but I mean, Tyranitar is their Pokemon that could go Stealth Rock, and I definitely don't want to bring Espeon in the face of that. Although, once again, I am liking Suicune, though, yet again, they have an Ogerpon, which is a Grass type. I think Ting-Lu actually looks okay here, so maybe I'll lead with that. They could lead Koraidon, which would be pretty scary, but I like Ting-Lu, I like Ho-Oh. And honestly, again, I actually think I might like Suicune. They have Moltres too, which I really like. Kudos to them. I built a team with Moltres in one of my previous, a long time, like several months ago, but it was fun. They lead Flutter Mane, which I don't love. I'm just gonna Earthquake though, just to get off damage. They go Moltres. Fair play. I feel like they're going to be bulky. This does allow me to get up Stealth Rock and see what they do. They go Fire Spin, which is annoying. I'm just going to go ahead and Roar, or Whirlwind now. Air Slash, okay. Wow, there we go. That's that, huh? What's with the... Moltres doesn't have Serene Grace. Alright, finally. Go into Koraidon. Fire Spin ends, but we're basically dead at this point. Just Earthquake. Yeah. Moltres could have heavy duty boots. Why is it that they were flinching me the whole time with Air Slash? It's really annoying. They go into Flutter Mane. We did not see Booster Energy. Oh no, they have this. Okay, of course, of course. Oh, what do we do now? I'm gonna go into Ho-Oh. I'm gonna go Sacred Fire. They have Sun Up. Although they could just go into Moltres, but if they don't have heavy duty boots, honestly, there's a chance we just kill them. Because we're Sacred Fire, Choice Band, you know, Sun boosted, Choice Banded, Sacred Fire. They go Shadow Ball, which is kind of a weird play. We take that really well, yeah. Now, if they go into Koraidon, I'm kind of scared, honestly. It's kind of a tough one. Moltres, like, I'm not doing much to Moltres, but they're also not doing that much to me, so I'm kind of okay with this. There we go, that's very nice. Like, if we can stall out the sun... oh god, that's annoying. Oh man, they're just gonna spam Roost. We did stall out the sun, but at this point it just doesn't matter. That's so annoying. Oh, we also... Was that a speed tie? I guess I think we have the same speed stat, so I guess that makes sense. They get Sun again. That's actually really bad. I'm gonna Sacred Fire, hoping for a burn, but if they're faster, which they should be, they just kill me here. Flare Blitz. Alright, hopefully they're Choice Banded. Let's go Protect here just to scout. We cannot burn them, importantly. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna stall this. Let's Scald. Oh, okay. We take that pretty nicely. If they're Choice Banded, like I said. Oh, they concede. Oh my god, they forfeited. Jeez, that's awesome. That's interesting, though. That was the chair, by the way. That's interesting. That's an interesting set. Koraidon is really strong. Let's go to game 3. Alright, we've got another Koraidon team, and of course, something I need to start keeping in mind is that Koraidon summons the sun. which gives photosynthesis to the Scarlet Paradox Pokemon. So in this case, Raging Bolt and Flutter Mane. Though we have Roaring Moon, which will also get it as well, so... Excuse me. Oh, but I have Booster Energy, dang it. So you don't get a double boost. I think that's fine, though. They have Ting-Lu, which I don't love, but I think I want to lead with Espeon here, finally. Definitely scared of that Koraidon. And the thing is, this time around, Suicune isn't going to be great against Koraidon. I mean, it is, but they also have Raging Bolt, so it's not going to be the same. This Raging Bolt is actually really scary looking. I think if I bring Ting-Lu, it might just be in the back, and I might just Terrasilize, because otherwise Koraidon will destroy me. But Koraidon is honestly just really scary here. Do I even bring Ho-Oh? If I go Ho-Oh, I could go Terra Ground. That wouldn't be too bad. But then it's between Ting-Lu and Roaring Moon. I think it's gonna be Ting-Lu. I don't know. They lead Annihilate. Not the worst thing for me. They could just Rage Fist. Do I Terrasilize? I am going to. See what happens. Oh, they have Fling. Alright, well that was dumb. I did not need to Terrasilize. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it was worth it then. Yeah, if we can get the knockout and get up Stealth Rock, that's great for me. One of the perks of using Espeon. Okay, now unfortunately my Choice Scarf is gone. Otherwise, if I had not gotten paralyzed here or there, I would be faster here and could possibly kill Koraidon. I guess Terra Fire is common on Koraidon. No way, we get fully paralyzed. All right, if we lose this game, that is why. All right. Let's go Ho-Oh. We cannot Terrasilize. Let's go Earthquake. We might just lose here, honestly. What? Flame Charge? Okay. I mean, they survive. I think we're dead. Oh, there's no way we survive. We gotta stall out the sun maybe, but going into Ting-Lu is not a great idea though. What do they have? Why are they just spamming Flame Charge? It's so weird. Like I said though, I'm not sure we win this. We'll have to see. If they switch, they're dead. Like if they switch out, they're dead. Because when they come back in, they will die to Stealth Rock. What moves do they have? They have Sword Stance and Flame Charge, but like, why aren't they going for anything else? I mean, and why are they taking so long to think? I feel like if they have a move, they go for it here, right? Yeah, that's tough. That's bad. That is definitely what we did not want to see. But the sun is gone now. Oh, they just kill me with Outrage. All right, sure. All right, yeah, Koraidon's the one to watch out for, it looks like. Let's go to the team builder. So, I mean, I liked Ho-Oh there. Honestly, there were situations where it looked good. Maybe the EVs could be shifted a little. Maybe a Choice Scarf set. I like Choice Band. Honestly, though, I mean, Choice Band is nice for the power, but if you're going to run a Choice item, it might just be Choice Scarf, because that lets you outspeed a lot of the threats in the meta. So honestly, I think Choice Scarf is probably the way to go. Though I did, I think, correctly identify with Ho-Oh, I want some Stealth Rock, because it helps get extra damage on the enemies, and that means Ho-Oh can do a lot more damage. So I really like Ting-Lu for that reason. Ting-Lu's just, I think it's a great Pokemon in this meta. It is a Dark type, which is great against Calyrex. It's just extremely bulky against like everything, except I guess Koraidon. But you can also set up Stealth Rock and you're just really tanky for days, and you can Whirlwind and stuff. So I think Ting-Lu is really good. Whimsicott was really awkward there. I mean, I never even brought it. I could see situations where it could be okay, but honestly, you might just want something different in that spot. I think Espeon is a nice sleeper pick in this meta. It's like a Pokemon not a lot of people are expecting, and as you saw in that game, sometimes people just don't know what to do against it or don't know what it does. And this set, I think, is going to be really strong. Psychic and Ghost are good typings in this meta as well. Then we've got Suicune. Suicune looked good there. There are situations where Suicune has been very solid and very clutch for me, so I've been liking it. I like all of these moves, and I don't know that I would change any of them. It's possible I would change Roar for Substitute, but this meta is going to be a lot more aggressive and a lot more hard-hitting, so I think it's going to be harder to get off a Substitute and keep it intact in this meta compared to like the current Battle Stadium singles. So I think I like this moveset where it's at. Maybe you could put Ice Beam somewhere in there, but I like all these moves as is. And then finally, we've got Roaring Moon, who also looked pretty clutch there. There are situations where Roaring Moon feels really good, and situations where it doesn't, in all honesty, but it's a really strong Pokemon. It hits really hard, and once again, Dark is a really strong typing in this meta, so just having access to that is really nice. If you can ever get off a Dragon Dance and outspeed like even the Legends, you're going to be in a really good spot. So yeah, that's the team. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any comments about the team. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think Ho is an awesome Pokemon. Like, I like, you know, because obviously everyone's going to have their eyes on, like, you know, Calyrex, Koraidon, you know, maybe Kyogre, Zacian. Like, those are the ones that people are expecting to be strong, but I like featuring Pokemon that are not super common and just trying out some of the legends, because they're legendaries. They're obviously very good, and I just try to use their strengths. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like. Please subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. This might be my last one on Showdown. Let me know what you think of these Showdown videos. If you want to see more like this, definitely let me know. But since the new season starts in a few days, starting on May 1st, I'll be probably doing these battles in-game, which I'm excited for. So if you would like to see a mix of Showdown and in-game content, let me know for sure. But otherwise, I'll probably just shift over to in-game, which is fun. I'm happy for that. So yeah, have a great day. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We will see you next time.